guys, so today's video is going to be a book review. Like I said yesterday, my channel is going to switch to booktube instead of just miscellaneous. I mean, like I said yesterday, I'll have some other stuff, but it'll mostly be about books. So I thought I could give it a try today with another book review, with a book review and see how you guys like it. Okay, so today's book review is going to be about Dumplin. Now, this is a great, I am not kidding, a great book for anyone. Now, there are some things that are a little PG-13, but it's not like a lot, I swear. It's like a little. Like, I mean, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to look like I'm trying to promote this stuff, but it's not that bad. It's really not. There's only a few PG-13 things, that's it. There's really one. Honestly, there's one thing. Maybe two. But if you count it as if you count it as PG-13, then it is PG-13, but I wouldn't count it as PG-13. But you'll know what I'm talking about when you get to it, maybe. But the first thing, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. The second thing, I don't know if you'll think it's PG-13, but I'm hoping not, because it's a really good book, and I really do recommend it to younger viewers and all that stuff. But not 5-year-olds, you know. Anyway, so I'm going to read the synopsis on the back, and then I will explain all the other stuff, half the stuff. Okay, so this is about Dumplin. Self-proclaimed fat girl Willow Dean Dixon, dubbed Dumplin by her former beauty queen mom, has always been at home in her own skin. Her thoughts on having the ultimate bikini body? Put a bikini on your body. With all her American Beauty best friend, Ellen, by her side, things have always worked. Until Will takes a job at Harpy's, the local fast food joint. There she meets private school Beau, a hot former jock. Will isn't surprised to find herself attracted to Beau, but she is surprised when he seems to like her back. Instead of new heights of self-assurance in her relationship with Beau, Will starts to doubt herself. So she sets out to take back her confidence by doing the most horrifying thing she can imagine, entering the Miss Teen Blue Bonnet beauty pageant, along with several other unlikely candidates, to show the world that she deserves to be up on that stage, up there as much as any girl does. Along the way, she'll shock the hell out of Clover City, and maybe herself most of all. Doesn't that sound like a good book? Tell me this does not sound like a good book. So, that is what Dumplin is about. So, okay, so everything she said, Harpy, she works there, Beau works there, she's attracted to him, he likes her back. Well, then he starts to really show his affection, giving her red suckers, and which is his signature. He'll always, when he's cooking, he'll have a red sucker lollipop in his mouth, and he'll, and cherries, always cherry flavored. Anyway, so he starts to like her back, and then they when he's walking her home, or he doesn't walk her home, but when they're going to their cars and dumping the trash, they'll make out behind the dumpsters, and then they'll go to his private school and then make out some more in his truck. Anyway, I know that sounds horrible, but it's really not. It's actually pretty nice. And it's not it's not PG-13. It's really just kissing, that's it. Which isn't bad, I don't think. Anyway, and then she makes some new, I don't know how to explain this. Okay, so I'll just explain it kind of. There's another fat girl, Millie, and then there's Hannah, who has buck teeth, and then there's Amanda, who has to wear corrective, Willow calls them Frankenstein shoes, but they're really corrective shoes. I forgot what for them, correcting something. Then after a while, when her and her friends enter the beauty pageant, she enters the beauty pageant, and Ellen is there for support. Well, then apparently Ellen enters the pageant too, and she doesn't know about it, because the lady is there's this lady handing out binders and stuff, and she hands one to Ellen. Excuse me. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, miss, she did not enter the pageant." Well, then she did. Well, then Willow gets mad and it's "Please, can't you just let me have this one thing? You have everything, the perfect boyfriend, the perfect body, and all this stuff." And she's like, "This is not just about you. I want to enter too. I think I could win," or whatever, something like that. Well, then they get in a huge fight, and it goes over the course of 2 months. So the rest of the book is over the course of 2 months. Well, then after she quits, she quits Harpy's because Beau she's uncomfortable with him and all this other stuff because he doesn't want to, he tells her he doesn't want to be boyfriend and girlfriend. He wants, like, nothing of that sort. He just wants to figure out. Well, then she starts, I don't know, hanging out, I guess, like, dating this guy. They go on one date, and it's, like, a bad date. But, he goes to, Mitch, that's the guy she's, like, hanging out with. Well, they go on a date. Well, then it's a bad date. Well, then they start hanging out more at his house, just, like, casual and all that stuff. They watch movies, and then they go out to a taco truck and all that stuff. Well, then, after a while, she enters the pageant and all that stuff. Well, after that, oh, I just said that. Okay, sorry. Okay, so then she, like, takes a job at Chili's Bowl. That's what it's called. And nobody comes there, like, ever. And so then after a few months, Ron comes in, her old boss at Harpy's, and he's like, we need you back. The boys are, I had a stern talk with the boys, and they will be on their best behavior and stuff. And she's like, I'll think about it. Well, then she thinks about it, and then she does end up taking the job, like, again. So that was good. And then she goes through all of this training with, okay, so this was my favorite part of the book. There's this, okay, so her aunt, okay, so, sorry, this is all over the place. So her aunt, Lucy, died. But she's like her inspiration. Her, like, really her mom. Even though she has a mom. Like, it was her aunt, her mom's sister. But she was a fat girl, too. She was a 498-pound woman. So she really inspired Will to be comfortable in her own skin. Well, anyway, they're huge Dolly Parton fans. Like, half this book, like, a main chunk, like, this big of the chunk, is about Dolly Parton, too. Like, they are huge fans of Dolly Parton. Anyway, so then she's going through her aunt's stuff. Like, her mom is just trying to get rid of everything about her aunt. Like, everything. That's what Will thinks. And I think it's true. Like, in the book, she said she wasn't, but I think it's true. Like, I mean, I just think, anyway, so then she finds an old, ticket thing for this place. I can't remember the bar's name, but it was like Dolly Parton night. There is now when you freak, you're probably going to freak when I tell you this, but it was a drag queen bar, and it was so good, though. That was my favorite part of the book, and not because it was a drag queen, not because I'm, like, into that stuff, but no, it was just because she got help. Like, okay, so she went there with Hannah, Millie, and Amanda, and they all went there, and, like, she lied and said they were going somewhere else, but when they found out, they all thought it was awesome, like, really thought it was awesome. And then she's like, sorry, I'm still having trouble with my phone. I'm like, and I keep looking at my double chin, and it's, like, freaking me out. So, I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, so then she's like, they go to the bar, and she's, like, she's, like, awestruck, because she can't believe it. Like, she can't believe how amazing it is. Well, then when the bouncer, she tells him that she knows that she's a relative of Lucy. Well, apparently Lucy was a regular, so they tell her, he's like, if you even look at the bar, you're out of here. And I'm like, wow. Because they're underage. They're still in high school. I forgot to say that. Anyway, well then, after a while, they, like, just getting super excited, and then she's like, after the whole performance, they meet Lee Wei. They meet him. He's the guy who sang Jolene by Dolly Parton, which I guess is one of her favorite songs. And after a while, Dale is like, if you ever need anything, feel free to use the email. Oh, and that's also how she found the bar. Like, she saw the ticket, and then she went onto the email address, I guess, or something. Anyway, well, then after she enters the pageant, she's like, she sends an SOS to the bar. Well, then this is my second favorite part. Like, the first part was because they went to the bar, and then the second part is because of this. So, they're at the bar, and it's, like, during the day hours. Like, everything's, like, before everything, like, happens. So, then they start, so then she's, like, sorry, hold on. Leeway, I'm so sorry, is helping them. Like, he's, like, helping them to learn how to walk in high heels, how to be confident, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is so perfect. So, yeah. Well, then, after a while, like, they enter the pageant. They go through all this training and all this stuff. They enter the pageant, all that stuff. Well, then, the pageant day is there. And then on the pageant day, her and Ellen make up. And I'm like, oh, yay, this perfect ending. And then she goes back to Harpies, and that's like the very end. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry it was all over the place. And I'm sorry if I didn't include anything else. I don't remember much. It's been a while, like a week, but I'm so full of stuff that I'm just, like, forgetting stuff. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was one of my favorite books. I'm reading Puddin', the second book to the series. I don't know how many books there's going to be, but I'm hoping there's more than 2. And yeah, so, bye!